So with global, it's kicking off because as of right now, we're gonna have some like back-to-back banners dropping. Obviously, in this instance, you've got Season 4 coming along for global. Straight after the Season 4 banner, you've got Black Asta to worry about. So it really is coming down to the wire on whether or not if you want to actually summon for the Charmy and the Noelle. Of course, keep in mind the Gateway Reunion, that's still going to be available. So if you want to go down that route of, you know, when it comes to gaining a character for free, the option is there between the two girls, of course. Now, before we continue on, what do I do here? What do I do here? Let me just quickly do this. Take away your ultimate. Okay, that was uncalled for, but we'll apply the burn. Beautiful. And then Magna should be able to clean up that Fana. Oh, beautiful. And I get an extra turn. Thank you very much. Man, I could have actually gone for the stun there, but it's fine. Oh, that works out beautiful. Okay, cool. Anywho, as I was saying, so with the Season 4 banner coming along for global in less than 24 hours, Black Asta is going to be on everyone's mind after, because technically speaking, that is the banner after. And so, characters have to be missed. People have to make the right choice on whether or not on who to go for. And so with this video in particular, I do want to kind of do a should you summon, because at the end of the day, Black Asta is a formidable character, a powerhouse of a character. He is, from what I've tested, the biggest nuker in the game, in the sense of the damage output that he can play out, of course. He's just an amazing character, and the thing is that as I do have him maxed out, I am aware, and I am, I'm aware on what this man can do when he's completely maxed out to what he's actually capable of when he's not maxed out. And I'm saying right now, a maxed out Asta is pretty heavy going, I will say, especially if you can max out his Greymore. Then the anti-magic that he possesses is on a whole different spectrum. Like, it's disgusting. And so that's something which I know a lot of people do want to focus on and try and obtain. So taking all of that into consideration, it really now comes to light on whether or not Season 4 is actually worth it. Because at the end of the day, I'll be honest, Charmy and Noelle are both fantastic characters. So you really have to kind of pick and choose now on what's going to be happening. Now, of course, if you're going to be pay to win about it, then, I mean, by all means, do what you got to do in the sense of getting the characters. I mean, if you can get into at least the LR plus 2, beautiful. If you can get copies on their Greymore, amazing. The thing about Season 4 is that getting copies make these characters even more better. And even till now, with where JP and KR is at, they're meta. Like, they are meta. So, obviously, Season 4 in that pay-to-win aspect, is it worth it? You're damn right it is. Of course, there is also going to be like a premium pay ban, of course, so that's going to be interesting to see how that works out. But it is worth it. It is worth it. Now, talking furthermore on now free-to-play players, is it worth for you guys to summon on the banner? And the reality of that is no. I would much rather you guys be more prepared for Asta than going about and cashing out on the Noelle and Charmy. Now, between the two, I would say getting... actually, hold on, what do I do here? Let me just kill you off, there we go. Between the two, I would honestly say getting Noelle will be more of a priority, just because of what she can provide outside of her and Charmy. I feel like even if you do choose someone, you get a copy of Charmy, because that's kind of where I'm at. I mean, I'm still kind of making it work. I mean, at that point, it really is just kind of working with the immortality play with the pumpkin pie ticking time bomb. And then, of course, the burn is still being applied, so I mean, again, that's still all doable, and you can still make that work. But if we're just looking at raw kits, I feel like Noelle straight off the bat is just going to be causing a lot more issues than Charmy. If we're just talking about plain kits, nothing more additional. And so, again, if you can at a later time work on her Greymore with Noelle, again, that's picture perfect. I mean, again, you can resort to Nozelle's Greymore if you guys still want to apply that SP reduction. Alrighty, apologies, I'm gonna have to make some cuts here and there. I've still got an infection in my goddamn throat. But anyway, let's get through this. So, the plainest way I can put things on whether or not if you should summon. Of course, if you're going to be pay to win about it and you're prepared for Black Asta and you want to dive on in for the Noelle and the Charmy, then I wish you the best of luck. Honestly, if you can, I mean, I would say more over Noelle if you can get dupes for her, because of course with global seasons are still together in the same banner, right? I would say, like, if you can get more for Noelle dupe wise, and especially in the Greymore department, then I think you're going to be chilling. I mean, getting Charm to LR+2, getting copies of her Greymore too, I mean, that's going to help her out in the long run with her survivability, the burn that she can apply for the burn meta team, and that how well she'll work even better with Season 5/6 Magna as well as Witch Queen, right? So she's going to be a fantastic unit in that case, and of course she is going to be the global ticking time bomb. But again, Noelle on the other hand, she's just going to be, I mean, straight off the bat, if you just get a raw Noelle, she's still going to be hindering the enemy, which is going to be picture perfect, but apply more onto the LR+2, making so that the attacking units are going to be that effective on turn 1, working on her Greymore, as her Greymore is one of the best in the sense of reducing the SP if she's attacked. Yeah, once again, the Noelle is just another fantastic character to have. However, taking all that into consideration, you then got Black Asta. And so if you can, I would say maxing out Black Asta might be something. I mean, it's difficult to say because, of course, with myself, I was more prepared for Black Asta. Whereas Global, you're going to have the dupe stones, which means you're going to have to consider summoning a lot. And I don't know how RNG is going to be. I don't know what they're going to do for the festival banner. They'll probably keep it the same as Julius, of course. But with Black Asta, if you can maximize the amount of crystals and tickets that you're going in with, do so. Do so. And so that then comes back to my original talk, free to play. Should you guys summon? And the big answer to that is, realistically, the Charmy you don't really need. And so for that, get your Reunion, get your Noelle, and you're done. Again, Noelle, she's picture perfect. You've got alternative Greymores that you can throw onto her, make a little bit of a tank. Her skill sets, her skill moves do work without having to invest more into it. So she can still be that character to hinder the team, the enemy team, which is going to be picture perfect. That's exactly what you want. So getting that initial copy is honestly more than enough. And so with that, you guys are going to be over prepared for Black Asta, which is what you want. Because Black Asta, this man, obviously if you can get him to LR+2, then you've got yourself that taunt once anti-magic is pulled. If you can get him to LR+5, which is desirable, I want to say, because of course at that point he then gives the status element immunity for all your allies of turn 1 to what like Mars has and whatnot, right? Gives that protection. And then of course his Greymore, basically if you can get dupes on his Greymore, then his anti-magic gets like a 25% increased damage dealt per 1500 defense. It's disgusting. A maxed out Asta changes the game. Makes life a whole lot easier on beating bosses, beating raids, becoming a red button when I mean, if you've seen the I think it was even the Noelle or the Charmy PvP video that I did, my whole squad was dead. Asta was the last remaining unit. He went to the anti-magic state and he won me the game. This man is the definition of a Hails Mary red button nuke. So as much as I love Season 4 and with how Global have kind of set things up, Asta is you want to go in with all your currencies. And so free to play, should you summon? No, get your Noelle. If you are going to be pay to win about it, I wish you all the best of luck. Try and get copies of Noelle going on. If you can get copies of Charmy's Greymore, awesome. If you can get her to LR+2, fantastic. Because of course at that point you can then support the burn matter in the passive department, and then the Greymore can help her out in the survivability department, of course. But outside of that, she's a ticking time bomb. As long as you get the ultimate off, that 600% is coming somebody's way, so you're kind of chilling on that part. But Noelle, yeah, she is just a character that can just hinder the team a lot more if you can invest a little bit more into her. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking before I start getting my lungs out. Alright, I'm going to end the video there. Oh, jeez.